Strath's second team are on board the MV Hebrides, a Caledonian McBrain ferry, as part of the first leg of a 400-mile round trip to fulfil a North Division 2 fixture against league challengers Camanachd Rúis in the Isle of Lewis. Planning for these trips is vitally important. Coach Alan McLeod has put together a squad of experience and youth for this game against a team who almost got promotion last year. Some of the players have been up since 4 o'clock this morning, and that means they need to line their stomach for the journey ahead.
Not too bad. A bit tired, but yeah, it's going good. No bad.
You're gonna get one next.
No.
That was him.
Taking the ferry from the Isle of Skye to the Isle of Harris, they are met by a minibus which will take them from the port of Tarbert to the west side of Lewis, another 70 miles, to play at the park of Shawbust. Journey over for now, the Strath players emerge at a blustery Shawbust and make their way to the park to shake off their sea legs and get ready for the game.
It was a nice chill journey, nice place of breakfast on the ferry. So, there we go.
Once the game begins, however, the weather deteriorates. A strong and physical Lewis side win the game reasonably easily, 6-0. But the Strath are still smiling despite the result and the conditions, and enjoy hospitality in Stornoway. Then it's back on the bus for the long road home, and the young squad reflect on the air.
Not great. The weather wasn't great.
It was quite a high game, high cheer. Got the best of scores, but got there. I was unlucky.
It was a bit wet, a bit cold, but overall I think it was a good game. Morale was a bit low by the end, but overall, good game.
Thankfully, the ferry is on time. The Strath players get ready to board. Some of them will not get home until 4 in the morning, but it's all worth it to play a game of shinty. There is, without doubt, no greater or more important figure in the history of Strathglass Shinty Club, and perhaps the sport of shinty itself, than Captain Archibald Chisholm of Glassburn. Archie was born in 1825 in Strathglass, son of Dr. Stuart Chisholm and Mary McCrae of Kintail. Raised in various places throughout the Highlands and in Canada, due to where his father was stationed, Archie would himself join the Black Watch, becoming a renowned soldier and rising to the rank of captain. Much of Captain Chisholm's life is recorded in the book A Day That Is Dead, no more so than the romantic story of his elopement with his bride, Maria Frances Lynch. Maria and Archibald would be inseparable for the rest of their lives, and would come eventually to settle at Glassburn House in Archibald's native Strathglass, where they were at the heart of the community. Archibald was a proud Gael, a fine Gaelic speaker, and considered to be one of the top pipers of his age. His Kintail roots allowed him to become the custodian of thte, the Black Chanter of Kintail, an heirloom of both the Mackenzie and McCrae clans. Captain Chisholm was the driving force behind the establishment of Strathglass Shinty Club, Common Camanach Strathglass, in 1879, and the publication of its set of rules in 1880, which were the first codified set of rules for the sport of the Gael. When the Strath came to face their neighbours Glenuckert in the famous games of 1887 and 1888, it was Captain Chisholm, or Glassburn as he was also known, that was at the head of the troop. Not satisfied with codifying the sport in his native Strath, Captain Chisholm was instrumental in the founding of the Camanach Association, and indeed was its first chief. In 1897, Captain Chisholm passed away. A devout Roman Catholic, he was buried in the priory at Bewley, where his gravestone was recently refurbished. In the words of the Gaelic bard Mary MacKellar, who wrote a song in his honour, "A fibre netten het wedden of good, sto heen hurled henser, gedancing the side. In the tongue of the Celt, where the captain shall hail, he is set with his chanter, a dancing the gale." It was a difficult start to June for the first team, as they let a 3-goal lead slip at home to eventually lose to Inverness 5-0. Thankfully, the team returned to winning ways in the next couple of games, but not without letting in too many easy goals to make the games much closer than they should have been against Bewley and Lovat. This weakness at the back caused some apprehension as they went on to face title rivals Newton Moor, but goals from Penry, Rory, Robbie and Seth made it a 4-2 win. Next up is a game against the second team of ancient rivals Glenuckert, who will be determined to knock the Strath off their perch. The team gathered at Blairbeg Park, getting ready for what will be undoubtedly a hostile home crowd.
Right guys, is that everyone? Okay. Up for this again this week, guys. Got to treat this as if this is their first team, okay? This is no easy gimme this. Okay? Right from the start, get in amongst us like we did every other week. There's no point in doing it in the games like last week, okay? And then not doing it this week. Okay? So we've just got to get up there, get in it, play the shinty that we've been playing, down that wings, keep it calm, okay? Simple thing in defence, get the energy going in the midfield, and get that ball to target and forward line, okay? That is the game plan, isn't it? Okay? It's simple stuff.
The words of the coaching team ringing in their ears. The men of Strathglass head out to renew ancient rivalries. This is a must-win game. Sky Camanach lies 6 points behind, but with 3 games in hand. Although this is the Glen's second team, they are still able to call on a wealth of experience with players such as Andrew Corrigan, Neil Reid and John Barr, all experienced trophy winners with the Glen first team. Not to mention a wealth of talented youngsters who could punish the Strath if they're not at their best. The Strath, however, have the best early chance. Sam Cooper launches the ball in. Rory Todd plays in as captain, but Penry puts it well over the bar. At the other end, the Glen are causing problems, and Adam Todd has to be sharp to save. Inspirational defender Josh Fraser is back from suspension, and he makes some crucial interventions. matter what the Strath seem to do, they seem second to almost every ball, and the Glen are definitely the team in the ascendancy. It looks like the Strath will be lucky to go in at 0-0, but then Seth Jones pops up with a miraculous goal. 1-0 Strathglass against the run of play. The Glen come looking to try and level before half time and go close a couple of times. But the first half comes to an end with the Cannock men in charge, 1-0. Any plans the Strath had to build on their lead are squashed by the goals of Doug Barocchi on the hour mark, and then 5 minutes later, Neil Reid, who has player coach Darren Reid in dismay. The next 15 minutes are fraught as Strath's chances literally start slipping away. Then Michael Stokes, who has been starved of service for most of the game, wins a corner. Rudy Todd's corner in sees Michael take a fortuitous touch which sets him up to silence the Drumnadrochid crowd. Robert and Darren throw in veterans Simon Owen and Ali Roth to win the points. This intervention unsettles the Glen defence enough for Seth Jones to get in for his second and to put the Strath in the lead again. With almost a century of experience between the two of them, Ali and Simon make important contributions in the final moments as they combine with Seth, Michael and Rudy for Ali to become provider for Sam Cooper to make absolutely sure the points are going to Cannock and the Strath stay top of the league. The visiting fans are delighted.
Disappointing losing against Inverness, but ever since then we've probably come back. I don't think we played some of the games. Haven't really played that well, but we have won games. So yeah, good. But I think we're all still a wee bit within ourselves, so we're just still working to get out of that. Tough. We were very short in numbers. It's happens sometimes. But yeah, pushed through. I think the last 5-10 minutes we got a goal back, and the momentum took us over the line. But we were probably a bit disappointed in ourselves up to that point. We were very disappointed. In fact, it was heading to a loss, and deservedly so. But we managed to sort it out, which is pleasing. But yeah, we need to kind of sort this 80 minutes out before that.
Just over halfway through the season, and the Strath are top of the league, but face a crunch match against in-form Skye Camanachd in Portree. How will it go for them? Tune in the next episode of Strathstrong.